John to the 7 churches which are in Asia. Grace be unto you, and peace, from him which is, and which was, and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne. And out of the throne proceeded lightnings, and thunderings, and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. The Menorah is the Lamb of God, which possesses the 7 spirits of God sent forth into the whole earth. These 7 spirits of God being Adam, whose spirit literally is God's, for the breath of God gave him life, the first son of man, son of God. There are also 7 days of creation, and a day is like unto 1,000 years. For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. 1. Adam. Year 1, 1,000. The blueprint. He represents the absolute beginning of the earth, the first creation, and the initial steward of the world before the fall. 2. Noah. Year 1,000, 2,000. The reset. Living right in the middle of the first 2,000-year block, Noah represents the physical cleansing of the earth by water and the fresh start of humanity via the Noahic covenant. Abraham. Year 2000, 3000. The covenant. Separated by 2,000 years from Adam, Abraham marks the official age of the patriarchs. He is given the foundational covenant of faith and promise that sets apart Israel. Joshua. Year 3000, 4000. The conquest. Taking over after Moses, Joshua physically leads God's people into the Promised Land. He functions as a powerful prophetic shadow of Jesus, sharing the exact same Hebrew name, Yeshua, conquering the land. Joshua also given a stone with 7 eyes engraved into it. David, year 4000, 5000. The kingdom. Standing roughly 2,000 years after Abraham, David represents the golden age of Israel's earthly kingdom, and receives the Davidic covenant promising an eternal throne. 6. Jesus, year 5000, 6000. The redemption. Arriving as the pivotal shift in human history, Jesus establishes the age of grace and the new covenant through his first coming. His arrival separates the previous eras from the final countdown. Michael, year 6000, 7000. The end of the earth. Archangel Michael fits seamlessly as the 7th figure for the final 1,000-year block. Biblical prophecy directly links Michael to the final end-times events and the ultimate transition of the earth. Daniel 12, 1. At that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress, such as has not happened from the beginning. Revelation 12, 7. Michael is the one who leads the heavenly armies to finally cast out Satan, clearing the way for Christ's millennial reign, the 7th-day Sabbath rest. These, like the 7 churches, have 7 covenants with God and his people. 1. Adam, the Adamic covenant, Genesis 1:28. This covenant established humanity's original purpose, dominion, and command on the earth in the beginning. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Noah, the Noahic covenant, Genesis 9:11. This covenant promised the physical preservation of the earth and all living flesh, sealed with the token of the rainbow. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. 3. Abraham, the Abrahamic covenant, Genesis 17:7. This covenant established a chosen lineage through faith, promising an everlasting relationship between God and Abraham's seed. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. 4. Joshua, the renewal of the Mosaic covenant, Joshua 8:32. While Moses received the law, Joshua was the steward who physically led Israel across Jordan to write and seal those commandments upon stones in the Promised Land, binding the nation to the law. And he wrote there upon the stones a copy of the law of Moses, which he wrote in the presence of the children of Israel. David, the Davidic covenant, Psalm 89 to 3:4. This covenant promised an eternal kingdom and an everlasting throne, establishing the royal lineage through which the Messiah would come. I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn unto David my servant, thy seed will I establish forever, and build up thy throne to all generations. Selah. Jesus, the new covenant in blood. Luke 22:20. Jesus officially initiated the new covenant at his first coming, shedding his blood to pay for sin and shifting the covenant from outward rituals to inward redemption. Likewise also the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you. Michael, fulfilling the covenant written in hearts and minds. Jeremiah 31 to 27, 3:4 and Daniel 12 to 1-7. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. 28. And it shall come to pass, that like as I have watched over them, to pluck up, and to break down, and to throw down, and to destroy, and to afflict, so will I watch over them, to build and to plant, saith the Lord. 29. In those days they shall say no more, The fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. 30. But every one shall die for his own iniquity. Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel, and with the house of Judah. 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. 34. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Daniel 7:13, KJV. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. I, Michael, on the evening of November, 1st 2023, All Saints' Day and Chesvan 17, the day of Noah, the power of God came over me, and involuntarily my arms stretched out like the cross, then came together in prayer. I then fell to my knees, face with hands covering face, begging God, please take me, Lord, please take me. I was invited by the clouds of heaven, and brought up to heaven by the clouds, and brought before 10,000 times 10,000 and 1,000s of one, zeros the great multitude, all dressed in white, the 144,000. These making up a body with blue eyes dressed in white, making up the bride. The 144,000 are the 10,000 times 10,000 and 1,000s of 1,000s. Also being brought before the Ancient of Days, whom is God, and he shone sevenfold with a rainbow round about him. I am the seventh Michael,